Hey, what's up, everybody? Frederick Polk here. So one of the interesting things that historians have done since they could track it as the early part of the 20th century was to track bread prices, both in Europe and the US. And they did that to kind of measure how the earning power of working class people and where the economy was at. Because honestly, we didn't have a lot of data on what life was like for working class people for the longest time. We had to stitch it together because people didn't think working class people, and well, there was no middle class, were really worth writing about. So if it wasn't from a journal, or it wasn't from just pieces here and there, we didn't know about it, or if it made the news. So bread was one of those indicators to kind of guess where working class people were. And so there's a couple things that popped up today. One is from McDonald's, in that same store purchases are down to levels they were in 2020. So that's when the pandemic was running hot and heavy. And the thing about that is that's a sign of people, well, just not being able to afford to eat out at one of the cheapest places to eat out at. And the other one was that jobless claims surged over 240,000 than anticipated, which means the unemployment rate is absolutely about to go up. Now you couple that with what's going on at the ports, which it always starts in the West Coast when talking about from Asia, because China's gotten hit. They got hit the hardest with those tariffs. So it started in Los Angeles, and then it's moving to Seattle. The East Coast is going to be next. And so when there's less ships to work, there's less containers to work, all that, well, longshoremen are going to start laying people off. There's just not enough work for them. Now, keep in mind, the longshoremen union said that Trump was the best friend the working man has ever had. That's what their union leadership said. And Trump did run on these tariffs. Boy, I sure hope the longshoremen remember that. So, if you're looking at sort of what historians look at for economic indicators that a recession might be coming, besides the jobless claims, it's same-day sales of cheap food, of where people are spending their money on groceries, what's up, what's down. And the way our economy is structured, and the way our culture does now, because so many people work, and fast food is one of the things that they use to basically get sustenance, to get caloric density in their diet so they don't starve. And especially when, just in certain urban areas, it's hard to get to a store to get fresh produce, to get things to cook. When those start dropping, that's a bad sign. So, especially when we're going back to pandemic era levels. We might be bracing for impact. So, it's looking more and more likely a recession's coming. Anyway, that's all I got for you. Keep the faith, defend democracy. And I'll see you later.